Yo, it's Tuesday. It's a beautiful, beautiful Tuesday in Nashville and Syracuse, most of the East Coast. Today we're talking about what it happens when you sell vehicles over sticker, CarPlay, ordering pizza, and Starbucks drink consequences.
Paul,
Starbucks drinks have consequences, Kyle.
I feel like we're going to get in trouble this morning.
Oh,
I feel like we need,
well,
we need the PR team to come out and the whole 9 yards.
That is the name of the show. It is the name of the show. So I guess if we weren't getting in trouble, we're not even doing it right. We're going to be making a little trouble at noon Eastern today. We're going to be live streaming the Sodu Live Tonight event that we did last week. We're going to be playing it again lunchtime. Where are we playing it? Is it LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, or is it just LinkedIn?
Where you get your streams. Where you get your streams, Paul.
So noon Eastern. And you can adjust accordingly. We're going to replay it. We're going to be in the comments and have a little fun. It's just such a fun show. If anything, just tune in for like the first 10 minutes.
Just give it 10 minutes and see what you think, and then you might hang out for a hot minute,
and see what you think, see what you say. We have a network style TV show that we're editing right now. We shot it last week. We're going to be premiering it in Tampa in just like 3 weeks from today.
Is it
3 weeks from today? It is
something like that.
It's a Tuesday night, right?
Yeah,
3 weeks from today.
Holy cow.
I know. We have some work to do. Especially since the show isn't even titled yet. It's not titled yet.
We got
the premise. You can go to so2x.com and get tickets. It's really affordable tickets. We're having a happy hour and kind of the party. If you were in Digital Dealer, we did the family reunion. We're going to kind of like do that, but at the Tampa Theater, we're going to get dressed up. We're going to ask you to get dressed up and like show everybody. When you show up, everybody go, cleaned up kind of nice.
Cleaned up kind of nice.
There you go.
There you go.
So we're going to do that at so2x.com. And then, okay, it's time to get in trouble.
Let's get in trouble.
All right. Let's just gird yourself, everyone.
I'm not even going to read the comments, Paul. I'm not even reading the comments.
I'll start over. A recent GFK survey reveals that 34% of customers paid more than sticker price. You already know we're going in the direction now. Paid more than sticker price for a new vehicle in December of 2022, a trend that might hurt repeat business for car dealers and automakers. About 27% of the people who paid above sticker said they would never buy that brand again.
Not from
that dealership. That's that
brand.
31% of people who paid over sticker would advise others to avoid that specific dealership, and 29% plan to never use that dealership for service. Julie Keenar, GFK Senior Vice President of Consulting, told Automotive News on March 15th that paying sticker doesn't, she used the word engender. It doesn't, I don't even know what other word to use there.
I don't even know what that means.
It doesn't solicit the same backlash as paying above sticker. So if you pay sticker price, the second you pay $1 over sticker price, she says there's a much bigger lift in negative feelings the second you pay $1 over sticker. And dealers are really mixed on this. We know this. We have dealers that are great operators on both sides of this argument. So there are a few people quoted in this Automotive News article. Rob Schaub, fixed ops director of Murphy Ford in Chester, Pennsylvania, thinks it's possible that dealers who charge above sticker might be undercutting their service department. Data seems to show that. Keith Powell, owner of Yes Chevrolet and Yes Ford near Charleston, West Virginia, calls charging over sticker. He says it's a bad look and says it's not good for CSI. It's not good for customer retention. He says, particularly in a small town, which makes a whole lot of sense, right? Everybody knows and everybody remembers. However, one dealer, Doug Wells, GM of Mercedes-Benz of Edison, doesn't charge above sticker, but says he doubts it will really detract from their service department. That kind of makes sense coming from a Highline dealer, right?
Yeah, because you only got one. Everybody's service is there. That's the thing,
right? So this is kind of the clicher, though. Of all the demographics in the study, millennials and people that have a household income of over 150,000 have paid over sticker most often.
Which makes a lot of sense. I mean, if you want the vehicle and you have the resources, supply, demand, resources. That's like, it doesn't blow my mind there, and especially all the new money in the millennial kind of generation. But here's the thing. People hear basically percentages right around and hovering around the 30% of people that would not do business again. This is what's dangerous for me. Like, that's a fairly small number out of 100%. You're like, but I got 70% left of which that I can convince to buy in. When our numbers as an industry are already so low from a retention perspective, looking at new cars under 30, under and around 30%, and used cars at under 10% to dealership retention for the next purchase, cutting out 30% on the top of that is a dangerous proposition for anyone that's looking to drive customer life cycle, reduce cost of acquisition. We still have yet to see the fallout of this. I mean, with so many people across the board kind of like balancing this, we're still probably 2-3 years from really understanding what it's done to the retention numbers, both on brand and per dealership. And not just that, but we have a whole new slew of vehicles that's coming out. So we may see these retention numbers balanced by new opportunities to purchase. And
that's true. Market. That's a really good insight right there.
It's still yet to be determined. I think the anecdotal note is that consistently we've heard from customers, and we've seen online, and we've seen the reviews, that this has a definite significant impact to the quality of customer life cycle. So we're kind of coming out of this. At this point, there's not many dealers that are charging over sticker. We're actually seeing like deep discounts similar back to 2018, 2019. So it's a little bit of a moot point on the intention of dealers.
It depends on the brand. It depends on the brand, though.
And on the brand, without a doubt.
Because in February, one data point from the article said in February, the average vehicle sold for 102.8% of sticker.
Which is why
it's still there, but obviously it goes brand by brand.
Yep.
Right. And then you see like many brands like Toyota really doing the dig into their data. And it was like late last year, they were like, hey, dealers that charge over sticker doubled their profits, and dealers that charged sticker or below tripled their profits. So Toyota just came out swinging with that. Either way, like you said,
with that, yeah,
we'll see what time will tell. But it was interesting insight you had with the new vehicle product coming to market. And the EV transition, like there is definitely going to be this maybe new reason for people to check out a brand that they just, because they have the car. Again, you have the product, you have a great product. Guess what? You don't have to worry about it.
There you go.
That's kind of how it goes.
There you go.
Speaking of not having to worry about it. Oops, wrong button. Wrong button. It's too early. All right, there's so many fun parts about this, but Domino's Pizza continues to revolutionize the pizza ordering experience with the debut of its first of a kind CarPlay app. The app allows users to order their favorite pizza with a few taps on their vehicle's infotainment system. So now you don't need the phone. You can do it right from the CarPlay app. The app is highlighted in a new 30-second spot by the agency Work in Progress. We link it up in the show notes so you can check it out. Domino's, this is cool. They've branded their commitment to letting people order pizza wherever they are. They call it Anywhere, Anyware, like, very
That's
clever,
cheeky.
Very cheeky, right? So basically, people can order on Alexa, Google Home, smart TVs, Apple and Android operating systems. You can order on Slack, Twitter. You can text them a pizza emoji, right? It's like so much fun. But now the CarPlay app, instead to incentivize people to use this app, they're offering special pricing for people who download the app and like plug in the CarPlay and order from the CarPlay thing, which is pretty cool in the commercial. It shows how it is. The irony, Kyle, the straight irony. And you know where this is going. Domino's just bought a bunch of Chevy Bolts, EVs.
That's what I was about to go there.
To deliver their pizzas. And then GM just announced last week that they're getting rid of CarPlay.
And now
I'm telling you, that decision's coming back. We're going to say it again. When it comes
it's way coming back. They're going to be like, Domino's just messed it all up, y'all.
Yeah. No, they didn't mess it up.
Just
the R&D department. Listen, you should just run some ideas through this community. We'll give you save you or maybe you just want to keep your PR team busy. I don't know. But I love so. I think this is just indicative though of more things being built into the ecosystem of what you do in your vehicle, and whether that's through CarPlay or through other apps and integrations. Like the car is going to be like we talked about like zoom cameras and selfie cameras and all this stuff. The technology is just going to become more immersive.
It's the next evolution of what we saw with the phone in the early 2000s, right? It went from phone to everyday device that operates everything that you touch. And the car is going to go that way. Connected services, app-based services, the ability to do things on the road, on the drive, and with remote work becoming a thing that's more and more acceptable. We're going to see more and more things connecting you to people and products within cars. And this is
pizzas
and people, products,
and
pizza, baby.
What else are we doing?
Oh man, maybe it'll connect you to other things like
Segway.
Who knows? Maybe it'll connect you to things like something that Starbucks has been doing. We got a little recap on a story we ran a couple weeks ago. Starbucks recently launched its fancy new olive oil infused coffee, Oleato, which is just a whole mouthful. Urging customers toward a unique experience and health benefits. However, some customers are feeling a slightly different urge after trying the beverages. It's still Howard Schultz, former CEO, added in an interview. It's one of the biggest launches we've had in decades. And it said that it will transform the coffee industry and be a very new, profitable addition to the company. One barista posted on a Starbucks Reddit page, and here's the kicker, that half the team tried it, speaking of a local Starbucks, yesterday, and a few ended up needing to use the restroom, if you know what I mean.
Pretty quickly.
So basically what they're stating is that the combination of caffeine, which is a stimulant, and olive oil, which is a relaxant, might be responsible for this restroom-inducing effect. A high-fat content in the drinks could also be contributing to the problem, as it can cause cramping and increased colon mobility. Paul, you ever thought you would say cramping and colon mobility on a podcast?
About Starbucks. No, cramping and mobility.
Oh, man.
I don't. Well, Howard Schultz is just really kind of a genius business person, and his whole path that he's taken to bring Starbucks, like the fact that we have lattes and espresso widely available in the US, is because he had this idea, like, hey, we should do this thing over here. And so the olive oil thing, he's gotten on this health kick. He, made friends with olive oil producers in this Mediterranean diet, and he was like, this is going to be my parting shot. Just no pun intended, actually. It's going to be his parting shot.
Maybe it was more of a weight loss routine and less of health benefits. You know what I mean? Come on.
All the high school wrestlers are going.
They're like, gotta drop 3 by this afternoon. Starbucks.
Gotta weigh in. Yeah. So, we'll see. Just like anything. Like, there are plenty of dietary things out there where people just don't eat because they encourage behaviors that are unwarranted. And I guess we'll see what happens here. But it's always, this isn't always the case when you try new things.
Hey,
maybe not like wrong, this result.
Early sometimes looks wrong. Who knows?
It feels wrong.
See.
Smells wrong.
This one feels wrong. Hey, that's a fun little recap. We had to run it. So.
Oh, absolutely. So, look, it's only Tuesday. We have a lot of work to do this week. Hopefully, we got you smiling a little bit. Join us at noon Eastern today on LinkedIn, YouTube, wherever the Asodu channels. Just search Asodu. We'll hang out a little bit. Have some fun.